It is Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. And from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshall Manlove from Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports. This will be an interview edition of our show. And shortly we're going to introduce to you a young gunslinger from the St. Mark's High School softball team in Wilmington, Delaware. She's making lots of headlines in local sports reports all around the state here. She was an athlete of the week on our show here last week, and she's brought with her coach, who I believe is her father. They have the same last name anyway, so I'm just gonna go with that and make that assumption. And hopefully, when I press this button, my guests will appear. And yes, nice. I like it when it works. Now, what you should know, if you've ever watched any of these interviews that I do, they can't see my live picture. They see they see a still picture of me. It's my hypnotist picture, and it must be. I don't know if it's more frightening or less frightening than seeing my live picture here, but sometimes that can kind of throw off the communication here a little bit. So on the left of the screen there is John Thomas. He's the head softball coach at St. Mark's High School in Wilmington, Delaware, and his daughter and junior pitcher Ryleigh Thomas. Welcome to the show. Thanks for making time to appear.
Thank you.
Say hello so I know you're there.
Hi.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, that's one of the things that is tough to follow sometimes when you can't see me talking. So I know we don't have a whole lot of time because I imagine you have practice here or a game or something like that. What's going on this afternoon for the Spartans there?
We have a practice at 3:15, and we have a game tomorrow. So just kind of be getting everything ready for that game tomorrow night at Ryleigh.
Okay, and how is the St. Mark's Spartans softball team doing so far? What's your record here so far, John?
We are 6-1.
6-1.
So we're getting ready to get into the pretty gauntlet of the schedule. So pretty excited about that.
Into what part of the schedule? Tough part, did you say?
Yeah, the tough part, like the gauntlet of the schedule. So, we got Ryleigh coming up. Then we have to break for spring break with the Catholics, with Catholic school. We're not allowed to do nothing from Thursday to Sunday. And then next week, we have a couple games, and then we play Apo the following weekend, and then we got DMA coming up. So we've got some tough games coming up.
And Ryleigh, how old are you? And I said you were a junior already, so you don't have to answer that one.
Yeah, I'm 16.
Okay. And do you just pitch for the team, or do you play another position also?
I play shortstop too.
Okay. And obviously you're the ace of the team, the number one starter. I noticed the other day that you did share pitching duties in a game in which you had a combined no-hitter. That must have been pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, and when did you start that game?
Yeah, I did. I pitched 2 innings, and then Carly came in and pitched the rest.
Okay, and you mentioned her name. Mention her full name. Share the achievement with her there.
Carly Maxton. She just transferred here this year, and she's a junior as well. So that was a big pickup for us.
And then when she took the mound, did you go over to shortstop at that point then, or did
Yes.
you take a break?
No, I went to shortstop.
Okay. But this wasn't the only no-hitter this year. To the best of my knowledge, you have one more by yourself, right? Is it just one, or was there more than that there, John?
2.
It's
She
2.
pitched 1 yesterday, and then the first game of the season, she had 1.
Okay, yeah. So the combined plus the first one. And do you know how many strikeouts have been accumulated here so far by your young star?
I think it's around 80 right now.
Okay. And how long have you been pitching for the Spartans, Ryleigh?
My whole sophomore year, and then this year.
Okay, what were you doing your freshman year?
That's when our season got canceled because of COVID.
How could I forget that? Everybody's season got canceled. Yeah, so that's one of the sad pieces of that whole thing is that some kids just missed a whole year of opportunities to reach milestones and develop and all that. So during that time, though, what did you do with yourself as an athlete to, I don't know, prepare for when everything opened and you were able to get back on the mound in the field again?
Well, me and my dad, we actually went to the field probably just about every day, and I just hit and pitched to him. So we kind of just did our own thing for that whole period of time until things started like opening back up and we could like practice with our teams and all of that stuff.
So you said you pitched to your dad. Is that what you said? Do we have an unexpected guest?
Yeah, and like doing the field.
Sorry.
That's all right.
They're cutting the grass. The first time all year they're cutting the grass. So
Yeah, I had mine done today too. It's like first time they were able to all the rain. So Ryleigh, you said you pitched to your dad when you had all that time off, right? And
Yes.
how often do you strike him out?
Well, he was catching me. He wasn't like hitting off me.
Okay.
But he's actually never hit off me before, so.
Never got a hit or never hit off you?
No, he's never tried to.
Okay. Well, that would be an interesting thing to kind of set up there too. All right. So
Yeah.
you're a right-handed pitcher,
Yes.
and you're also very good with the bat. You're having a good year offensively as well. Any idea what your batting average is?
Um,
Well,
I think it's like 7 something.
7 something. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So I imagine that even though you missed a year, you had a good year last year, you're having a good year this year, you're starting to get some contacts from college coaches, I would imagine.
Well, I actually committed this fall.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm going to University of Delaware. So.
Ah, okay. That might have been, I wonder if we made that announcement. I don't know. Okay. Oh, that's cool. All right. Oh, that's good to have that already in your pocket, right? You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, it's like a relief.
Yeah, no kidding. So you can just fire away now, right? And
Yeah.
just stay healthy and happy and have fun. Oh, that's
Yep.
good. And then what kind of student are you? Getting like good grades too?
Yeah, I keep my grades up. I have to in order to play. So.
So, Coach, do you have your own standard for grades, or does it the school have a standard there?
yeah, it's the school. They have their standards where, they let us know if somebody's not doing well or, they're failing or something like that. But luckily, this is my third year. I came right in when she came in. So knock on wood, we hadn't had to deal with anything as far as grades or anything like that. So that's been good. But the school deals with all that.
Do you play any other sports, Ryleigh, or just softball?
Just softball.
You play for a travel team, I would imagine?
Yes.
Who do you play for?
I play for the Delaware Cobras.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of them. And do you get most of the pitching time there, or do you share time with somebody else on the mound?
Well, I actually just went to the Cobras this year, but yeah, I'll share time with. I think there's like 3 or 4 pitchers, so we'll all like kind of split time throughout the season.
Yeah, that travel experience is good for that, right? Because that's where kids specialize. Maybe don't specialize so much at the high school on the high school team and all there, right? What do you like about softball, Ryleigh?
I just like competing against other good competition, and I just think it's fun to play as a team and kind of just like pull out wins together.
What about the game itself attracted you to it?
I don't know. I feel like when I was younger, I kind of played soccer, and then my dad kind of made me play softball. So it's kind of like I kind of just grew up into playing softball. But yeah.
Your dad's a smart man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a big soccer fan myself. We need more parents to get like when I see a soccer field set up like on Blue Rock Stadium, it's like sacrilege to me, man. Like get those soccer lines off that baseball field. Whoa. Whoa. What happened there? Got dark all of a sudden and your dad was gone.
Nah, that's good. The shed door shut. I'm trying to keep the door cracked cutting grass, so
it was weird. The door closed and all of a sudden it went dark and then you were gone.
I'm with you on the soccer thing too. The only one thing I'll say is soccer's probably a lot cheaper than softball as far as equipment and that kind of deal. But no, I'm with you on that.
That's true.
All you need is a soccer ball.
Right. And I don't even care if the field's wet or not. That's a big problem this time of year.
Exactly.
So how's the scheduling been going? Is everything pretty much running like a normal season for you at this point?
Yes, me. Yeah, yes, definitely. No restrictions. Everything's good. No masks. Last year we had to wear masks up until, I don't know, it seemed like the last week of the season. Everything's been normal, back to normal for us.
All right. So since that's pretty much over now, at least until, I don't know, I'll keep my opinions to myself, but what was it was it like, Ryleigh? What did you think? What was the conversation amongst you and your teammates? Because you had to wear masks on the field, right?
Yes. It was kind of difficult because like some umpires were kind of weird about like if we would like huddle and like kind of be around each other. So it was kind of frustrating, but we got through it.
Yeah, do it. I guess everybody just had to get through it, right? Yeah. So, so tell me something else about yourself, so we know a little bit more about you. So when people read your name in the box scores, they say, "Oh yeah, I like that girl because she's into this and that and the other thing." What are things what are some other interesting things about you, Ryleigh? What do you like to do? What some other hobbies?
I like to go to the beach when I'm not playing softball in the summertime. I hang out with my friends a lot. We're all pretty close on the team. A lot of my close friends are on the team, so that's kind of cool getting to play a sport with them and also like hang out with them on like outside of the softball field.
Do you have any like little superstitions or rituals that you go through before a game, during a game, after a game, anything like that?
I wouldn't really say like stuff that I do, but kind of stuff that I wear. Like I wear the same bracelets every game that we play, and like I used to have this thing where if I didn't hit good with my eye black on, I'll just take it off and I don't wear it again.
So I take it you haven't taken it off this year then?
Well, I haven't wore it. I wore it our first scrimmage and I went over and then I took it off and haven't worn it since.
Okay. Yeah, so you're not going to put it back on and for quite some time. Not hitting 700 anyway. I wouldn't put that on either. Yeah. Right? What was the question was just in my head. Darn it. So if somebody was to go watch you pitch, now I know this, I'm from the area, but say somebody from outside the area was going to come and watch you play, where would you suggest that they go to eat, like before or after the game or something like that?
I'd probably say like anywhere kind of on Main Street in Delaware. For University of Delaware, they have like a whole strip of just like places that you can eat. I go to Pliables, which is kind of like an acai place, and like there's a Chipotle there too, so I would suggest either one of those.
Yeah, that's a good call. And you'll probably spend a whole lot of time there in the next 6 years or so too, since you'll be attending the university.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, so anybody who's watching this, Main Street in Newark, Delaware, home of the University of Delaware, is a cool place to go. When I first moved down here, I used to be able to cruise Main Street on Friday nights, just go around in circles. They stopped that fun tradition, but a lot of good places to eat there for sure. What What's that other thing? So, who are some of the good teams that you played, and who do you know that's coming up, Ryleigh? Your dad just mentioned some, but who are you looking forward to playing against here soon?
Probably tomorrow, our game against Ryleigh. I'm excited about that. It's under the lights at their place, and they have a nice field. And definitely Apo too. I'm excited to play them. I know they have a new pitcher this year too, who transferred from DMA. It'll be good competition for us to see her pitch and kind of see what we can do against them.
And so, talk about some of the other players on your team. You're not the only one there. I mean, you carry a bulk of the workload, of course, as the pitcher, but other people have to hit and score runs. And when other batters aren't striking out, somebody else has to catch the ball, right? So, name some of those players.
Morgan Hall, she's my catcher, and she hits in the 2 holes. She's a big part of our team. Like, she drives in a lot of runs for us and has been successful. So she's a big piece of the team. Another one would probably be Amanda Aller. She has put up some clutch hits for us this year and last year. So probably those are the big 2 for me that I really enjoy watching them.
And how many types of different pitches do you throw, Ryleigh?
I have a curve, a rise, and a change, and then fastball.
So you're in a clutch situation. You know, maybe there's somebody actually managed to get on third base or something like that. It's a tie game, and you have a tough batter up there. It's 2 strikes. What pitch are you throwing?
Curve, definitely.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Very good. I can tell you're a little baller. I can tell. I can see in your face the way you talk. Like, I can tell you're competitive. No doubt about that. And how fast are you throwing?
Like low 60s.
Low 60s? That's good.
Okay. Yeah.
That's good. And John, what are they throwing in college these days? What are they averaging?
I would say in that 65 range. You know, you'll have some girls throwing in maybe the upper 50s that are spinning it really well. And then, of course, you have some girls, popping it over 70 miles an hour. That's what the radar's saying. So you never know with certain stadiums. It's like MLB. Some of the stadiums, they got their radar guns a little juiced up. But I would say the average college Division I is probably in that 63 to 68 range.
So your daughter's right there. She's already right there. Going to get stronger, too. How tall are you?
I'm like 5'7".
Okay. Now, they moved the distance back to 43 feet, didn't they?
Yes.
Pitching? Yeah. So when did they do that? Was that last year or this year?
I think for high school.
It's been a while since they did that.
Oh, it has been a while? Okay. So that hasn't affected.
15 years.
Yeah. So I think you might know Tim Wampler, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So he was talking about that. We had him on here the other day. Okay. So that really hasn't affected you one way or another. So I think that's even more impressive, the amount of strikeouts that you're getting already, even though that distance is further away. And you come from a school where there was I don't know if you're familiar with the name Dana Travis, but yeah. She was somebody who was pretty spectacular at a distance that was 3 feet closer to the home plate there too. So you're having quite a year. What am I missing here? Fill in any blanks, because I know that you're going to have to get ready for practice here, and I really appreciate the time that you spent. But what am I missing? Anything? Fill in the blanks for me. Come on, I couldn't have covered it all. Tell me about your daughter there, John. Brag on her a little bit.
She's been playing pretty high level competitive travel ball probably since 12. So we've been going all over the country since she was 12 years old. California, Oklahoma, Florida, Colorado, all the big tournaments. So it's been a long journey. It's been tough at times, and it's been a lot of good. And it's just a grind doing the schedule that we've been doing. It's kind of why we came back to the coast and doing some stuff, getting back to more of the local since she's committed to Delaware. But the team that we were on was a national team, and it was a lot. So, every weekend we were getting in a car, driving 10 hours, we're getting on an airplane. This is our maintenance guy, Jeremy, in the background here. He does a lot of the work around here at St. Mark's. He's making his cameo.
That's an important part of the team, the grounds crew.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Getting the field ready. But no, it's just, she's done really well. We've done a lot of showcase tournaments. That's why the high school thing, I think, is so much fun. Because when you do the travel ball, especially when you get to the showcase age where they're basically just going to do showcase tournaments, and it becomes you're doing your best, but it's not necessarily, the focus isn't on winning. It's focused on trying to showcase yourself and trying to get, that scholarship and that. And then when it comes to high school, you get more of that college feel where it's like, it's about winning and it's about competing, and it's, it's fun. It makes it, both of us are pretty highly competitive, and it's a different feel, and both of us like it a lot and have a lot of passion for it.
Yeah, I can tell. And then Ryleigh, talk about your dad as a coach there. What does he bring to the Spartans team there, you think?
I feel like ever since he's kind of came in and he took the job over, I feel like he's just made a lot of people better, and he's taught a lot of people different things that they've probably never learned from like their travel ball coaches or like any person who's taught them before. So I feel like he really helps us just with different drills and telling us what to do and all of that stuff. So it's like he's just kind of being a big part of like our success, and like for me, like it's nice like having him here, so like we get to kind of do this together, and it's like we kind of experience the same like feels about the game and all that stuff. And he calls my pitches for me, so sometimes we get into it about that.
Do you ever shake him off?
About what you're going to throw with a runner on third, you said she's going to go to the curveball, so we might have to switch that up a little bit. Keep everybody guessing.
How often does she shake you off?
Not too often, but she does, here and there. And the funny thing is, she's usually right.
Well, she's got the feel for the ball. I mean, it's in her hands.
Yeah.
She knows what she can do with it, right?
Man, I got no problem. And I like I always tell all the pitchers I've ever called for. It's like, if you're not feeling the pitch I'm calling, I'd rather have you throw what you believe in and what you trust than thinking like, I don't want to throw this pitch, and you're not committed to the pitch. And then that's when bad things can happen.
Yeah, well, it's also, you have somebody there who can strike out 15 people a game and throw no hitters and stuff too. You got to put a little confidence in somebody who can do something like that, right?
Yeah. Makes my job a little easier.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're going to compete locally at college, right? I mean, it's good that our own university actually signs real talented people from within our own state, and that it's cool that people want to stay here too and play for the home university for sure. All right, I'm going to let you two go so that you can practice and get ready to strike out like 15 more Red Lions tomorrow or something like that, whatever it is. And hopefully you do very, very well and stay happy and healthy and motivated. All right. So John and Ryleigh Thomas, I want to thank you so much for stopping by the show. Best of luck, continued success to you. We will follow your progress throughout the rest of the year, and hopefully good things are coming your way.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Go Spartans.
Take good care.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right. Yeah, so it's John and Ryleigh Thomas from St. Mark's High School. John, the coach for the Spartans, and Ryleigh, the star pitcher. She is a special talent. There is no doubt about that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This has been brought to you by me, Marshall Manlove, stage hypnotist. If you want a funny, fascinating, memorable experience, check out marshallmanlove.com, and you can find out all about my show. And if you happen to be watching this and you would like something to do on this Thursday night, April 14th, come to Pottsville Pennsylvania, the Majestic Theater. I'm doing a show there at 7 o'clock. Tickets are $15. And also, thanks to Jazzercise in Middletown for being kind enough to post up links to these videos that I produce here on a very active Facebook group page for parents of Delaware athletes. And if you are in the market to buy or sell a home in Delaware, Maryland, or Pennsylvania, I'm licensed to sell real estate in all 3 of those states. And my website's marshallmanlove.foxroach.com. And do you know somebody who is worthy of a little extra attention? Send them my way. Make a recommendation to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. And if you would like to submit some information of interest to me, same address, mysportsreports@gmail.com. We do have a Twitter page. It's not listed at the beginning of this video. My handle there is @SlappyHapjack or Happy Slapjack, Slappy Hapjack. It's an inside joke. So find us there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Marshall Manlove. And now, while it's a little late, it's lunchtime here in the home studio in Middletown, Delaware. Have a great day. Special thanks to Joey V, Tommy K, Donnie M. Oh, she loves it when I call her Donnie M.